Okay, so I don't have anything on watch that I really care about. It's a really slow morning, as almost everybody knows so far. We have REV. This is the one I really like, honestly, but we've traded this one already, and it is pretty choppy. It's popping up here. I'd be going for the daily high to break out. Daily high here is 590, so it's really close. What I wouldn't want to see is it snap right through that level as soon as we open here. So let's see what it wants to do. There's 83, 88. For whatever reason, it breaks 90 here. It's just going to be like whatever to me. There's 90. Double top on the daily now. So I wouldn't want it to break out here on the daily. Right now it's double topped, but I would want to see it pull back. Because otherwise I think it's just going to be done for the day. I just don't feel like it'll do it. I don't feel like it'll be worth trading anymore if it breaks that daily high, because that's a huge resistance level there. So there's 92, 93. And now let's see if we get a rejection here. I'm gonna need a pullback on. I'm not gonna take an entry here. Could buy towards support, but I don't know where support would be at this point. I feel like it would be right there at 85. I didn't take that. There's six. Break a six now. So I definitely missed this move on REV. This one's really popping now. That's a really nice climb for REV here. I honestly didn't have much faith in it, just on how choppy it's been. But it's actually breaking out pretty nicely here. I'm still gonna need a pullback. I'm not gonna bother taking this. That's a massive rejection there. Not really sure why it rejected that heavily. See if we get another candle of consolidation. I'm gonna take 1,000 shares on this one if I do take it. Go up to the 40-second mark. I don't really want to see a breakout on this candle. If it does, it's not what I would want to happen. I do like how it's holding above 6 though, but I don't want to see it pop above 14 right here. There's a pop and broke by 1 cent. So I'm expecting a rejection here. So I had a weird pullback, and then it failed to break its high, broke by 1 cent, and now we're pulling back a second time. Just weird consolidation here. It's already feeling choppy. 15's 20, so I could have entered there at 6, and look at that nasty rejection. There was no way I could have gotten out if I was in there at the high there. That's such a nasty rejection. That's so weird. I already don't like how this is trading. The initial climb, its initial climb was really good. I would want to say obvious, and it didn't take any of them, any entry opportunities here. This one, I mean, it was popping up. I could have bought at 6. I was debating, but I didn't want to, just because I wanted to make sure that it was just gonna sideways consolidate. I don't want to see it pop up like it did. I don't know. I could have taken an entry there, but then I already knew if the second candle had what is it called? When the second candle had opened, if it popped the way that it did, then it was gonna reject. I already knew that's what was gonna happen, so I didn't want to take an entry on this candle at all. See if we can get this back to about 607. Wouldn't look so bad if we could. Okay, so I kind of don't know what I want to do here. Kind of not sure where this wants to go. We have resistance here. Hasn't broken lower yet. It's still holding this little trend here. It is showing some weakness. It's rejected twice here. Massive red candle in the volume side. Barely increasing in volume here. I could get in for a break of 615 on this next 1 minute. See where it wants to go, but if it rejects on me, that's going to be a tough one. Could have gotten in there at 610. The break at 615 here. I'm just real hesitant on this one right now, especially after those rejections. So far, nothing else has hit the scans either. The 1 minute MACD is coming to a close here, so I'm kind of curious if it's going to pop up and break trend above, or if it's going to break trend below. Still have about 2.5 minutes for the next 5 minute candle. Let's see if it breaks down here, breaks below 6. If it breaks below 6 and then recovers, we could see a reversal and then an actual continuation of the break of 615. Looks like it's going to break lower here, but I'm wondering if it's going to recover. $13, $15 now. Still in this little range here. Oh my gosh, dude, this actually gets me so pissed. Like I'm clicking the line. So there's a rejection now. But if we could see some strength on it back up, it wouldn't be so bad. So it would need to hold below 605, especially 6, for this to look good to the downside. 1 minute MACD is still about to cross here. The 10 minute doesn't look so bad though. That's why I'm kind of like, should I just get in? I'm expecting a false break. Maybe a retest, a random ramp up, and then a retest, and then a false break. is this gonna be it? It's already 6:14, 6:16, 17. And that's funny because I was debating getting in there at 6:05. This one's so choppy. This sucks. I got in there at 6:12, I guess. We're gonna try and get in for the 6:12 break. There's 13, 14, 15. See if we get the high here. Trying to sell there at 19, not quite filled. Got filled there at 19. So that was a 90 cent or 9 cent move, 90 bucks. Got the break of the 5-minute high. Didn't quite get the break of the 10-minute high. High is 21 on the 10-minute. I don't have that much faith in this one if it does break over 21. There's 26. So quick break. I mean, if this just starts ramping up, then okay. Now we're coming back down. There's 20. We're going to break into the teens and flush down. Kind of what I'm expecting is a nasty flush. It's 31, 32. So no, this one's taking off now. Interesting. Take another trade on it probably. It's so weird. It's so choppy, and then it makes these massive moves. But I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for a massive rejection here. This back to 20. This is just so choppy. I'm wondering if I should even keep risking it on this stock. Like, is it even worth risking on this stock? I feel like if I take another trade, I should size down. We got CLDX in the scans, and this one's breaking out as well. Let's watch this one, because this one keeps hitting my scans. It's not really that volatile at the moment. I mean, it's breaking lower now. Broke its whole dollar, now it's rejecting, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one anymore. REV is just so choppy. I'm surprised I'm green on it. 1 minute MACD is gonna cross here. So I'm still surprised it's holding its 612 level here. Surprising to me. I'm honestly just waiting for a rejection. I feel like this is just gonna reject heavily. It's so choppy. If it takes off, it takes off, like whatever. But honestly, I'm not expecting it to go far. I'm surprised about the ramps up that it's had though. It's 30. Let's see if it double tops here. The next 1 minute high to break doesn't look so bad. The problem is the MACD's coming to a close, so I'm expecting a massive rejection with it. We have a lot of support there at 20. I could buy in for a last 1 minute push. I'm gonna get in at 24. Looking for that last 1 minute high to break out. I'm expecting a quick break. Selling that at 30. Got rid of it there. So there's a quick break. Hasn't broken the 5 minute high yet. It might break. 34. It's literally right there, so it could break out. I didn't even see that, if I'm being real. Almost a double top there. That was also a nice trade. Could have been better, but if it breaks out here, I think it's gonna be quick with a rejection. I'm honestly just waiting for that because it's slowed down so much up here. We're already on its third leg up. So it's 1, consolidation 2, consolidation now 3, and the third one's really small up here. I'm not expecting it to really make a move. So it broke there. It's 37. It's 36, 37 high here, 38 high. So it broke its last high by 2 cents. This thing would need to rip to like 650 to show even more strength. But it broke its last high by 2 cents, and now it's back to 32. 30. We're gonna break below 30 now. It's 29 for a second. I think it's gonna be done here pretty soon. 10 minutes still finishing pretty high though, I'm not gonna lie. 10 minutes still really high. And it's still holding 6, like just in general, but it's still holding like at 620 level, which is insane. There's 25, 23 now. Big support at 20. See if we can break these levels here. 22, 21. 20 is taken out there. There's a rejection of 610. Could have bought that dip at VWAP, but I don't trust this one all the way down here. That would have been a nice buy so far though, 10 cents. I wish I could have shorted this one. That would have been a perfect short. I would have been averaging in since this candle right here. This is where I would have wanted to get in. So we got the 1 minute MACD crossing finally, and now it's breaking towards VWAP. Can it break below VWAP? It's a question. Break below and hold below VWAP. Because we're at a major resistance level here at 6. So not only do we have the whole dollar, we also have VWAP there. So 602 right there. We get the break at 6 though. 601. If this somehow pops back up to 25, then it won't look so bad for another long for the break of its last 5-minute high. But I prefer the 10-minute and 5-minute to finish before we see that break of its new high. I don't know. I don't have a lot of confidence in it, but it's proven me wrong several times already. Here we're breaking back above 613 for a second. The way it's holding right here, I could get long at 611. Could get long at 611 for the break at 620. So there's a rejection back to 6. There's 6 now. There's the break of 6. It's a good thing I didn't get long there. Let's see, it's popping back up above 6 now. It's not really holding below 6. Having a hard time. So we rejected 6. Now we're popping back above 6. This has potential to curl back up from here. I think I'll take another entry. I'll try it. I'm gonna take smaller share size. I think I'll take 300 shares in case of another rejection on this next 1-minute candle. We'll look for the break at 620 on this next 1-minute candle. I'm just kind of not sure, just because it is kind of forming an ascending wedge or ascending triangle here. Not really sure if I want to get in down here really. So I could get in there at 611 and look for the break. I don't know. I'm not gonna trade it. I'm gonna leave it alone. Definitely has the potential to go higher. I can feel it. Just looking at the chart, it looks like it wants to go because it's held above VWAP so many times already, and it hasn't held its low below 6. He's bouncing off 6. There's 602, 601. 6 now. It's a second break below 6, but now we're back above 6. 604. Big support there. Could have bought there at 6 because there's a big support that popped up. Now they moved. We could have got in there at 601, 602. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna trade anymore. I think that's it for me. I'm gonna wrap it up. We got POWW hitting the scans. FFIE, LYT, see what we were watching yesterday. BBBY yesterday, right? RDBX, AECR, or is it ACER? AREC? ARC, that's what it was. ARC. What else? NRSN. Not really interested in this one. REV is really the only one today, and it's curling up here. It doesn't look so bad for a 5-minute high break, but I don't know, this one's tricky. We're kind of forming a symmetrical triangle here. So here's one down, here's another up. Let me see if I can draw it out real quick. We got another one down here. So this is kind of forming, but we're gonna need to choose a direction here pretty soon. It's curling on the 1 minute on the MACD, so that's giving me a little confidence on the long side. And knowing how many times it's held 6 does make me want to take an entry here. I actually feel like taking another entry for a breakout above 620. One minute finish pretty low there. It'd have to not only break below 6, but hold at the 590 level to show that it has strength to the downside. So let's see if we can get the break of 6 here and an actual consolidation. Next 10 minutes gonna open here. So there's a break again. Can we actually hold below 6 though? It's taking quite a long time. 92, there it is, finally, Jesus. That one took a while. It took a long time, but we finally got the breakout that we were looking for. Too bad we can't short this. That would have been an awesome short. But again, if it was to the long side, that would have been an awesome long trade too, if it actually held its level above 6. I'm just glad I didn't get long anywhere here, because that would have been a loss just altogether. And I knew it was trading in a small range, so I was like, probably not the best idea. I'm glad I recognized the triangle that was forming though. Save myself from a loss here. I would have liked to have seen it break above 620, pull back, get in for a micro pullback entry, and then we could see continuation to the high side. But I mean, after seeing this candle finish red and then this one finish red as well, I was like, this is gonna have to reject because it's already breaking pattern here. And yeah, it ended up breaking lower. That would have been a really nice trade to the downside, but unfortunately, it's not easy to borrow, so I can't trade it to the short side. But would have been nice. Either way, kind of the move I was expecting. Just judging by how choppy it is and how weak it was showing, it's strength to the high side. So whatever. With that being said, we're gonna wrap it up. We finished up $130 today on 2 trades. 1,000 shares on each trade. I felt a little more confident today coming in, and I mean, I didn't get to capitalize on many positions, but I finally took my revenge on REV here. We already know I had some massive losses with this one previously, but taking my time to really be patient with my trades and understand where I'm going to take my entry, looking at the level 2, judging by the time and sales, what's coming in, what's coming out. I could have taken the entries here early on REV, and that would have been solid. I just, like I said, judging by how choppy it's been these past several times I've traded it, I just really didn't have that much confidence in it holding these levels very long. So when I'd seen this first rejection here, I was like, ooh, like that doesn't look good. Seeing the second rejection, I was like, yikes. But thankfully, I was able to see a pattern here and see it forming kind of like a staircase up here before we actually took our first initial entry. I figured if it rejected the way it did here and it held support, well then we could definitely see this to the long side. So I might not have gotten on this candle for the breakout, but I was able to capitalize on the second one. Unfortunately, I sold pretty early. I didn't think this next candle had the strength to break out. I figured it was going to be a double top and then a rejection. Just judging by how choppy it was and how many times it's rejected in this level. Multiple times. We have 3 rejections here and 2 rejections here. So just judging by that, I figured, well, if it double tops, it's just gonna reject that level too. So I sold at the very top there, and unfortunately, it actually took off and I was able to capitalize on it once more. Once I'd seen that I was holding this level again, still rejection here, but I knew on this next candle like it's not gonna go down. Like just the way it's curling up here, I was like, this thing's gonna rip. So I was also looking for the 5-minute high break on it at least, but didn't quite get that until the next candle. So either way, we're green on the day, 130. It's a really nice week this week. I finished down about 800 on Monday, 800 something. But again, I was testing a new strategy, trying to average in on those stocks. It would have been a $500 day total profit if I didn't make those mistakes of adding into my positions. If I would have just taken my profit the way I normally would have. So I personally don't really want to count it, but I mean it's what I did anyways. It was a another day. So technically, if we don't take that $800 into account, I would have been up about, I don't know how much this week. It's 20, 20, 20. Let's just say 20 all around, 3 days, and then the 4th day here. So maybe like $200 I would have been up this week. So that's nice to see regardless. I mean, green streak, 4-day green streak, I think right now. A lot better than last week. Last week it was completely red by several hundreds. So thankfully this week we're green all week. Let's see if we can continue this green streak in this choppy market and see some continuation next week. Monday the market's closed, so I will definitely see you all Tuesday for some more trades. I'm gonna try and make a recap video or something for this month. We're gonna try and see if we can do something. Unfortunately, I can't do it this weekend because I'm gonna be out for 4th of July with my family. So we'll see what we can do regardless, and we'll upload something new again. More trade recaps, and I'm gonna see about just, instead of uploading this live video entirely, I'm probably gonna try and cut it down, modify it, edit it, so that way it can be shorter for more people to watch. I feel like the shorter the video, the better, just because I know not everybody has a whole hour just to watch a video, or I know you can skim through, but sometimes I don't put the time slots in the video, so that's why I'm kind of like, I should probably chop it up and just put what's most important in the video. So we'll see. I'll see what I want to do, but if you all let me know in the comments below if that's what you prefer, or if you just like the whole entire video. I mean, I could do both as well. So anyways, that being said, I'll see you guys next Tuesday.